to 3.1313, and that's the Chancellor's reports.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I want to thank our student who just made the presentation, and to let you know that unfortunately we can't address that, but please visit my office and get my card, which has my information on how you can move forward. And I'm sure that Dr. David Johnson, who is the president and who will be going first in update, so that you know who he is, so that we can address that. Students are first for us, always have been and always will be. So we heard what you said. So we'll start with Dr. Johnson and we'll just follow the line. Next will be Dr. Rudy Besikof, Dr. Angélica Garcia, and then standing in for Dr. Diana Bazrami would be Maurice Jones, who is the acting vice president of instruction at College of Alameda. Dr. Johnson.
Thank you, Chancellor. President Delphine Polk, Board of Trustees, Chancellor, colleagues, and community members, good evening. Tonight, I'm going to keep it fairly brief. Just have two items. One is to announce that Merritt College is partnering with the nonprofit organization called A Case for Cannabis in an effort to secure a $1.2 million grant from the city of Oakland. And the purpose of the grant is to identify organizations and institutions that will prepare workers for the cannabis industry as part of the city's Cannabis Equity Program Services Initiative. And should we be awarded this grant with Case for Cannabis, we're going to institute a training program that will provide skill building in various areas of the cannabis industry, including manufacturing, testing, and hospitality. And we're also going to work to develop relevant contextualized curriculum in science and business so that our students are better prepared to attain competitive positions within the industry. And the second thing I'd like to share is that on April 18th, last Tuesday, we opened up the Africana Center Part 2. We have one at Merritt, but this one is now located at McClymonds High School. We had nearly 100 people show up to that, educators and students. The new Africana Center, if you've never been to McClymonds, 30th and Myrtle, it's located in the library, which has also been redesigned. And the center itself is located within the library, and it's an extremely warm and welcoming, student-friendly space. We had Dr. Siri Brown, who's currently a faculty member at Merritt. We had former trustee Linda Handy was there, and current professor Dania Martinez. And our keynote speaker, for those who are local and have been here around, Davey D, you might recognize that name, was our keynote speaker. He's a very activist and artist and hip hop historian. So all in all, we look forward to continuing this exciting partnership with McClymonds as we plan the formal reopening of the Africana Center at Merritt College. And this concludes my report.
Thank you, President Johnson. Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, President Delphine Polk, members of the governing board, colleagues in education, valued students, and of course, appreciated members of our community. In the written report you received this evening, about half of it is dedicated to our students with stories of student success, full ride scholarships, transfers, and a number of other things. And I would like to focus on some other things as part of my report this evening. First, as ASLC President Omolola Atolagbe referenced, on May 3rd, my office, in conjunction with ASLC, will be conducting 2 listening sessions for all students to hear concerns over facilities. And we're going to have them at different times of the day to accommodate both our day and evening students so that they have an opportunity to have a voice. I would also like to appreciate the 3 department chairs, as well as the faculty, staff, and students who 2 Wednesdays and 2 Thursdays ago welcomed me and my team into the areas of cosmetology, wood technology, and welding, just to check on them and check on conditions. I want to appreciate Vice Chancellor Smith, who's assured me that the work on airflow is in full swing and will be taking place. And also just want to thank her office and the team at Laney that for the hot water that is now running, especially in the cosmetology lab. I will be making good on my promise to have my next haircut there, and will be making a donation for a scholarship to a student in cosmetology for the cost of essentially what would be a haircut. So I just wanted to share that update to you as far as our facilities are concerned. Left you a couple things this evening. I'll go ahead and refer to the first of these, which is a flyer about the CTE open house. And I want to thank the many Laney colleagues who reminded me to speak about that this evening. And would like to, yes, and would like to share with the board as well as our community that the CTE open house is this Saturday, April 29th from 10 to 2 o'clock. We've already had, this is amazing, 402 RSVPs for this event, members of the community, students, colleagues. And among those, roughly 50 will be coming from the OUSD Office of African American Male Achievement. They've actually reserved about 50 spots to attend. This is going to be an amazing, vibrant event as it was last year, and certainly look forward to it. Not only will students and the community get information about our many great programs, the 21 that we'll be putting on displays, but on-site registration and counseling will also be available, along with food and entertainment and a number of other things. As far as the second thing that you find before you, our Dean of Math and Science, true astronomer at heart, has prepared eclipse glasses for the two upcoming eclipses at the end of this year, as well as in 2024. And just brought pairs for the members of the board as well as our chancellor. And staying on the theme of attire, you might notice I have 2 pins tonight, not one. This is because Laney College is now an institutional member, thanks to our ongoing collaboration with Oakland Rotary. Our college is now a member of the Oakland Rotary. And on April 20th, I was actually inducted as a Rotarian, which is something neat and explains the second pin. Certainly want to thank Karen Friedman, who has been an ongoing collaborator with Laney, whether it's been food distribution, discussions and questions around student housing, and a host of other things, and really look forward to this new experience that's ahead. To complete my report, and I do appreciate President Gonzalez for sharing this, but this Friday from 11 to 2 p.m., we are having employee appreciation at the Field House. And it gives me great pleasure to announce the We Rise awardees that honor our outstanding employees for the year. Student employees, we are pleased to congratulate Allison Fletcher, who works in the president's office. Classified professionals, we actually ended it voting in a tie. Katrina Santos and Arlene Lontock will be receiving the award. For faculty, Professors Mallory Barkdale in engineering, as well as Professor Francis Howard, who supports the library, will be honored for faculty. And then among our administrative ranks, in addition to being congratulated for her 25th year of service to Peralta, Acting Vice President of Administrative Services, Dr. Detty Del Rosario, will be recognized as the outstanding administrator. And with all of this good news, I'll go ahead and conclude my report. Thank you.
Good evening, President Delphine Polk. A little bit of echo, yeah? Maybe I'll sit right here. Trustees, Chancellor Jackson, colleagues, and community members. In addition to the written report that you have in your packet, I want to just share 3 new items. The first is, as you heard, Mazen Saeed, our Associated Student Body President, he was on the panel today for the statewide webinar Black Hour for Black Student Success Week. The focus today was on policy and more specifically talking about how it was that Berkeley City College and the Peralta Colleges showed up for students, especially during the pandemic. Things that were touted were the support with the food services, both the pantry and the prepared meals, the technology support, Chromebooks, laptops, hotspots, and the opportunity for students to remain connected to the colleges during a time when, in the pandemic, it was very easy to feel isolated. Additionally, he shared that within the Umoja program, the level of individualized care and support, the ways in which Umoja alumni who often are transferred come back and are part of the program, and really highlighted how it is that students, our very own alums are often the best sources of support to encourage students. He did phenomenally well. He was one of 2 students on the platform with folks from across the country. So we were really proud of him, and you all should be as well, because he certainly represented Peralta Colleges in that statewide webinar. The second item that I want to share that's not in your board report is that yesterday Berkeley City College received notification that we are one of 59 colleges throughout the California community system that's receiving and it's longful, culturally responsive pedagogy and practices grant. In short, this is a grant that's coming from the Chancellor's office that's specifically geared towards faculty professional development. There were a large number of proposals that were submitted, and Berkeley City College is one of 59. And so once the Board of Governors approves, and will receive just shy of $300,000. The grant was titled Changing Approaches, Transforming Lives, Implementing Asset-Based Equity-Minded Pedagogy and Practices. In short, it's to support a comprehensive development program for faculty to engage in equity-minded teaching practices, reviewing their data, communities of practice, supporting the very good work that happens in this district with the POCR, peer online course review process, and the equity rubric. And I am just incredibly grateful and want to thank our faculty leaders, Heather Dodge, Scott Hoshida, Alejandro Wolpert Perez, and administrators, Dr. Martina Muchaflores and Lisa Cook, for their work to collaborate and submit in this very competitive grant process. It really is an opportunity to pull the very best of the work that we're trying to do to serve students. And lastly, tomorrow is Administrative Professionals Day. Just prior to the meeting started, I did send a message out to the BCC community, and like most recognition days, that should not give us a pass to not give daily appreciation and gratitude to our colleagues. And so really want to express a warm gratitude and thank you for our classified professionals, not only at BCC, but throughout the district and the other colleges. From colleagues who have been here a mere few weeks, even as recent in my office, literally, I think she's been here 3 weeks, to those who have been here for 30 years plus, thank you for all that you do. Many of our classified professionals have been present and serving the college even amidst the pandemic and in those early days of shelter in place. And so to that end, the administrative leadership team at BCC would like to invite our BCC classified professionals to a morning reception tomorrow in 451B from 9:30 to 10:30. No programming, no speeches, just come grab some coffee, grab some morning refreshments, and be in community and know that you are very much appreciated. So de todo corazón, mil gracias for the work that you do in service of students. That concludes my report for this evening.
Okay, good evening, trustees, Dr. Jackson, colleagues, students, and community members. Maurice Jones, I'm interim vice president of instruction, sitting in for Dr. Deanna Bairami. In addition to the board report that you have in front of you, I'd like to just mention 3 other items which highlight our engagement with our community and community partners. On April 13th, the Alameda Chamber and Economic Alliance hosted a lunch and learn where COA had the opportunity to engage and dialogue with the city of Alameda about COA's academic programs and services, and how COA can assist employers to discover new talents through internships, apprenticeships, and job placements. Dr. Jackson, Trustees Withrow and Johannes, as well as COA administrators, faculty, and students were in attendance. On April 19th, COA hosted its first roundtable after the pandemic. It was a great opportunity for COA to reaffirm and strengthen our relationship with our community partners to best serve the educational needs of our students and to discuss how to align community and industry labor needs. Our community partners had the opportunity to tour our new liberal arts building. In particular, they were able to visit the apparel design and manufacturing department, ADAM, and saw students and Professor Derek Piazza working in different stages. And at this event, Trustee Withrow and the superintendent of Alameda Unified School District, among others, were in attendance. And in my words, one of our biggest events we had was last Friday. We had a career discovery day at COA. where we had over 175 high school students come to visit our college, and they were able to visit our different CE programs and learn about them and possible future career opportunities within these programs. And finally, I'd like to just take the opportunity just to mention that we are again having our spring intersession, which is doing great. We've added new classes to accommodate students in the wait list, and these classes are filling up quickly. And that will conclude my report. Thank you very much.
Thank you, presidents and acting presidents. I would like Mark Johnson, who is our Executive Director of Marketing, Communications, and Public Relations, to give just a brief update of some accolades that they've garnered at the last CC Pro meeting. Mark.
Thank you, Chancellor Jackson. Good evening, trustees and colleagues and community members. So I traveled down to Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago with Marcus Creel, the graphic designer from the district, and Tom Rizza, the public information officer at Berkeley City College. We attended the Community College Public Relations Organization annual conference that's better known as CC Pro. And it was a really great conference to talk to other public information officers across the California system and share stories. It was definitely an educational meeting that often felt like therapy at the same time. It was a really great experience. But in particular, it was very gratifying in that we won 3 awards at the CC Pro award ceremony. So we took 3rd place in the semester schedules. So a shout out to Marcus Creel, the graphic designer. He was thrilled that he was able to collect that in person. That was for all 4 of the semester schedules for the spring semester. We put them online in November of 2022. They all had a very distinct family resemblance and played up the fact that fall or spring was free. We got 2nd place in the before and after category for the redesign of our website. I want to give a shout out to Aaron Harbour and Jonathan Freeman, our web content developers, for all of their hard work on that project. As you recall, we relaunched our website in HubSpot platform from a design that had been around for about 10 years in the WordPress platform. Well, we did that in February of 2022, and we were recognized for the big improvement that we made on our website. So that was gratifying. And most gratifying of all was that we took 1st place in the media success story category. That was an amazing collaborative effort with the college presidents and myself. We collaborated along with Chancellor Jackson and Deputy Chancellor Droker on our Spring is Free press release that we sent out in November. It got coverage from San Francisco Chronicle, KTVU TV, Oakland Side, Oakland Voices, many other places. And it was really great to be recognized for that media success story. So thank you all for the time. And that's it for me.
Thank you, Mark. Congratulations. I just would be derelict if I didn't make some corrections to information that was presented. We were advised that there are 110 administrators in the district. There are not. There's 84 that are in the district. That equals to 17 staff per administrator, and the national average is 8 to 10 staff per administrator. So I just wanted to make clear the information that the board gets is accurate based upon data. So that concludes our presentations. I just thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead, trustee Reese.
Just wanted to highlight one wonderful thing in case you didn't read your board packet. So one of our presidents is going to be sitting at a table with Lady Gaga, George Clooney, Carrie Marshall, and appointed to the White House Arts and Humanities Committee. That is amazing. Yeah, that's right. We want autographs.
Yeah, I'll give you my list later, Angélica. Okay, Chancellor, let's go ahead and move to 4.1. I believe we have Dr. Benjamin here.
Yes, we do.